down there.
Hello.
Would you like to wash your hands at my station?
Yes, please.
Cool. Just go over to the water station and wash your hands.
Okay.
You seem like a average fellow, don't you? Why don't you say?
I'm okay. I just feel funny sometimes.
Yes. Quite a interesting outfit that you're wearing.
I'm not actually wearing anything at the moment. Hold on, I forgot to stand by. Let me just sort myself out. There we go. Thank you.
No worries, a man must keep his hygiene.
Have you got anything I can cook my food with?
I have many things. Over here is one of them.
Yes, I can cook. Do you want some of this as well? I like to share my food.
Perhaps another time. I'm not very hungry right now.
I don't eat animal meat. I don't like the taste.
Well, everyone has their preferences.
Every time I think of beef and steak and burgers and all those kind of foods that everyone else eats, it makes me feel sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just making room.
Okay. It's been a while since I've had someone in my compound.
That's what I used to say about myself. I didn't have many visitors since the war.
Did you have any at all, or?
I wasn't allowed. They kept me in a cell on my own. But I found my way out. The door was open and I just walked out. There's nobody left. I was free again. And here I am, wandering, watching people, following people, seeing how vulnerable they are.
And I assume you've been watching me, by chance?
I've had my eyes on you for a little while, but you're nice. I like you. I like you better alive.
Well, well, it's always good to be breathing, isn't it?
I have a small request, if possible.
Sure. Go ahead.
Would you be able to fill that up for me, please? I will be leaving shortly and I need a drink for the road.
Sure, no problem.
It gets thirsty when you wander around.
I'm O-positive, by the way. Yeah, I'm O-positive, by the way. I'm not... That tastes better or not.
They all taste the same.
I'll let you out now. It
Thank
was
you.
lovely seeing you, friend.
You too. I hope to see you again someday.
Ah, same here.
Can I help you?
Hello?
You look like one of...
Steve, was that you firing shots?
Karen?
Hello?
Yes. We've got
Oh,
a very
hi.
strange looking walker over here.
that's Miggs. We met at the trader.
Hello?
Oh,
I remember you.
big-
You're friendly.
Yeah, I gave you a steak. That's a nice nipple pocket you got there, Miggs. Did you? Wow, he's Mr. Giggles today, isn't he?
My
Oh,
God,
God.
man.
That's a brain. What kind of brain is that, Miggs?
You're going to infect yourself, man.
That's a cooked brain. It's good. I'm not some kind of barbarian that eats raw meat.
Oh, that's comforting. It's good to know. So what have you been up to, Miggs? Where did
Karen,
you-
this man likely has stage 2 of the virus, just like Cody. When they reach stage 2, they have a hunger for flesh.
Oh dear. He seems kind of... How we can best help Miggs here.
Well,
No.
first things first.
No, no,
Trust a man that wears another man's face.
This is what they did to me at the prison. No.
Miggs, it's for your own good. You're eating brains.
Easy, breathe. You're okay. Nobody's hurting you.
We just want to ask you a few
alright.
questions now. Where'd
See,
you come
we're
from,
protecting
Miggs?
you.
How did you find yourself here?
Well, I originally lived in Severgrad. That's where I come from originally. Obviously the war, the Civil War kicked off back in 2009. And the soldiers came and they killed my wife and my child. I had to flee into the woods.
Oh.
And I lived off the land for a while. But I wasn't any kind of hunter. I was just a construction worker by trade. And after a while, some of the soldiers must have gotten lost or something, and they just kind of strolled into where I was camping out. I was hungry, they were lost, I had to do what I had to do. And then, after the war had ended, they found what was left. The bodies, they found my wife, found my child, and they put it all on me. And then they put me in the prison, and I've been in solitary confinement for 9 years. And they've been giving me injections, they've been trying to help me. Well, they said that that's what they were trying to do, but they would beat me on every single day. And for 9 years, the only people that I've ever had contact with was the doctor and the prison guards. And neither were very nice to me. But then recently, something must have happened out here, because everyone started going crazy. And then they opened the door, and I was able to get out. And I ran into the doctor and the guards when they were unaware. They were busy, they were distracted. And that's when I took my chance. And now I keep them close to me, so that I can never forget what they've done.
We're gonna take him to Dr. Alphys. I believe he's
Okay.
in the early stages of the Z virus. Whether he thinks he is or not, He should be studied. Karen, lead the way.
Studied?
Taking this man prisoner to Dr. Alpha.
Studied? They studied on me. They studied me in the prison. They weren't nice.
Dr. Alpha is nice, I promise you. I know about cruel doctors too, Miggs. I was beaten too, I was tortured too. But Dr. Alpha is different, he's gentle, he's kind. I've let him take my blood after having suffered so much trauma with Miggs. I think that he can help you. Should we take the cuffs off of him?
No.
Okay.
Fine.
Alright,
But
well,
if he tries anything, I'm not letting some person who eats brains walk behind me. Lieutenant is not on the menu.
alright, you take the back, I'll take the point. Hold on, hold still, Miggs. We're gonna get you out of this. There you go. May I have those back, please? Thank you. There we go. See? Okay, let's go. You're welcome. Come on, follow me.
You know,
Even
when the
if you're
apocalypse first hit us all, it was liberating. It was free.
You can stare into the eyes of
All you-
somebody and you will be able to see whether they're a good person or whether there's just emptiness staring back at you.
I would say I could do the same by looking at someone's face, but every time I look at you, I'm looking at another man's face.
Do you ever worry that by keeping them so close to you that you might start to become them?
No, I would never become what they are. They were what you class as evil in the human form. They knew that they could do what they wanted with me because obviously when the news came out of what I did, everybody hated me, so therefore nobody would feel sorry for what they put me through. But now that I carry them everywhere I go, they get to see that I finally won all the beatings, all the belittlement, all the experiments they did on me. I get to walk out with them, a free man. They have no control over anything. They go where I go, they do what I do. I am the one that's in control of them now.
Oh, it's the sheriff. Okay, this is Sheriff Douglas. He's a really nice fellow, thanks.
It's been too long, Lieutenant. It's
Been too long. Miggs, up against the wall. Come on now, Miggs, up against the wall. Nothing tricky. I see that knife in your boot there. I'm keeping an eye on you. We have to talk about
back,
it.
deputy.
Yeah, I can see why I was so busy.
Yeah, I can.
What's the
Hey,
situation?
I'm gonna hang out here with you, okay, Miggs? We're doing okay,
We've got
right?
a cannibal on our hands.
Okay?
Don't jump too quickly. He might be important for Dr. Alpha's research.
Before we get in contact with you on the radio, me and my deputy here, we were trying to head back to the prison. It's been a while.
Prison?
Over there.
Prison!
Easy. It's okay. Okay, they don't go there for you. They didn't go there
It's
for
a
you.
little complicated, you see. That's the same exact prison that Miggs here was tortured and tested on. After the apocalypse, it was converted not just a regular prison, not just a regular police station. A mad scientist was doing some crazy work on it.
I meant to talk to the doctor about the wolves.
Oh. Hi there. My name's
Hi.
Sheriff Douglas. I understand. You know, you are. How do I say this politely? You like to eat human flesh, correct?
I kind of had to back when I was in the woods during the war. It was the only way I could survive. It's not my best source of food, but it's easily accessible.
I see. And you've murdered people?
Justifiably, the soldiers that killed my wife and daughter, caused me to flee into the woods back in the war, and part of their group got lost and wandered into my camp. I was hungry, they were tired, and I had to do what I had to do.
Can you tell me, you said whenever I mentioned the prison you kind of reacted to it a little bit.
Yeah,
There was a mad scientist apparently.
I don't know what you know of the prison or how close you were to the people that worked there, but whatever they said and whatever was written down on paper wasn't what really happened in there. I don't know how the other prisoners were treated because I never got to meet any of the other prisoners. I was kept on my own, and in solitary in a small room. I wasn't able to stand up properly, so therefore I ended up with a back problem, which caused me to crawl. It's the only way I could really move. In the end I would start screaming, until my vocal cords started to tear. And now, I sound like this.
Do you know what I did when I found out that my wife and son were murdered by a stray missile in the war? I was here in Chernarus when it happened. Do you realize that? I didn't know
You
what
probably
happened.
saw the same things that I saw then.
I was a deserter in the war. Dishonorable discharge. I left my men behind to fight the Russians, to fight the zombies, to fight the undead. I left them. Some of them died because of it. I left them to get back home to meet with my family, to face the horrors that were spreading across the United States. And it took me about 3 years to finally get there. To find out that I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough to save. But revisiting my home and seeing what was left of it, even if the paint was peeled away and the windows were shattered, it changes a man. It helps you push forward, it helps you forget, it helps you grow. And maybe it's not just a coincidence that Sheriff Douglas was heading down to the prison right now. Maybe it's a place that you need to go. You need to revisit it.
No. No.
Hey, look.
Steve,
I can
he
promise
only
you
got
nothing will
away
happen.
2 days ago.
I
Look,
can't
if
go
there's
back
anything in
there.
that
Can't go
prison,
back there. Can't go
I
back
may
there.
need to go there.
Can't go back there. I can't go back there.
There could be a cure for him there. Cure.
There's not going to be a cure for him there. This is more about therapy.
You're good with
This is
people, aren't you,
about-
Lieutenant?
This is about going back to all those triggers and seeing that nothing bad is going to happen.